this one we'll take a look at some of the basics before we get into really the trigonometry, just some of the other basics about the angles of a triangle and the sides of a triangle. Remember, the sum of two sides of a triangle must be larger or greater than the third. So the best way to do this, the short side plus the short side has to be bigger than the long side. So here, 3, 5, 4, just 3 plus 4 equals 7. And we got to check, is 7 bigger than 5? Yes, so these do make a triangle. Could 3, 4, 5 be a triangle? Yes. 25, 25, 50. So we do 25 plus 25 equals 50. 50 is not bigger than the other side 50, so no, these do not make a triangle. One of the applications of that is when you had two sides of a triangle, the possible lengths of the third side. Remember, this one's just where you would do 6 minus 4. You put x in the middle, and you do 6 plus 4. So 6 minus 4 is 2, 6 plus 4 is 10. So the side lengths could be anywhere from 2 to 10. 7 and 7. So you're going to put x in the middle. If we do 7 minus 7 and 7 plus 7, so 7 minus 7 is 0. 7 plus 7 is 14. So anything bigger than 0, so even if that side length was 0.1, it still makes a triangle because it's just a little bit bigger than 0. So Pythagorean theorem, remember we only use Pythagorean theorem for right triangles. And remember it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And here c is the hypotenuse. Right? You always want the hypotenuse to be by itself. So here we have, here's your c, and then a and b really don't matter as long as you put c as the hypotenuse. We have 9 squared plus x squared equals 10 squared. So now it's just a matter of working this thing out. 81 plus x squared equals 100. Subtract 81 from both sides. So x squared equals 19. And now to undo that square, we take the square root of 19. And so we're going to have to round here. X is about 4.36. 41. Here, the missing side is the hypotenuse. So we do 21 squared plus 72 squared equals x squared. So 21 squared plus 72 squared is 5,625. Don't forget to take the square root. So here, x is actually a whole number, an integer value at 75. And then we did an application of Pythagorean theorem where you did the long side, right? So c is the longest side. We'll spell longest correctly. Remember, just put the longest side first, and then the inequality will take care of itself. So c is the longest side. So if the longest side is less than, it would be acute. If it's equal to, it would be right. If the longest side is greater than the other two sides squared, then it's obtuse. So the longest side here is 11, so we'll do 11 squared. And you compare it to 10 squared plus 9 squared. So 11 squared is 121. We have 100 plus 81. So 121 is definitely less than 181, which means this is acute. Remember, always do the big side first. Big side here is 6. So we're going to compare 6 squared compared to 2 squared plus 5 squared. So 36. And then we got 4 plus 25, 29. It's greater. So this would be obtuse. And then 5, 26, 28. So 28 squared. Compare that to 5 squared plus 26 squared. So 28 squared is 784. And then 5 squared plus 26 squared, you can do it all at one big step. 701, it's bigger, so this would be an obtuse triangle as well. So there's not an example of a right triangle there, but if those turned out to be equal, it would be a right triangle.